Ricky,
Yes.
when you went to the bathroom, you was taking so long, so the waiter came and I ordered for you. I got you a Cobb salad, a glass of water with a lime in it, just as well as I did. You don't need all of that. No dessert. You don't need a steak.
Wait a minute, I was looking at this menu and I wanted that steak and lobster.
You don't need that. See, I'm looking out for you. No.
What do you mean what I don't need?
You don't know how to order sometimes.
How in
So
the
I
world?
get your ordering for you.
But you know what? My thing is, you don't know what my stomach wants?
Again, like I said, I ordered you a Cobb salad.
And the waitress followed what you said?
Exactly, because I was here and I ordered and I'm your wife and
You know
I
what?
did what's best.
You know what? That's what make me not even want to go out and eat. If I can't order for myself, then why am I coming out? Why didn't you just go to the restaurant, get my food, and come back? Why'd you do that?
Well, I could have did that too.
Yeah, but
Because I know
still,
what's best for you.
but I wasn't going to eat it because I know what I want. I don't always eat what you eat. You always get them walnuts and pecans and your stuff. I don't want all that in mine.
Well, anyway, I'm looking out for your weight and your health.
You know what? No, you're not looking out for me. You're trying to make me do it your way. And I have my own thoughts.
We can save our relationship by respecting one another. Welcome back to the class,
Yeah,
everyone.
woo! Give yourself a hand.
Yes.
You made it this far to section 4.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
And with this class, what we're going to encounter is going to be some highs, some lows, and everything. But we just want to make sure that everybody's going to be in tune and enlightened what we're going to be bringing to them.
Well, one of the key things we're going to talk about is respecting myself and others. Because when you learn how to respect yourself, in which a lot of people don't consider, I need to respect myself, but really you do, then you really know how to respect someone else.
So true. So in that, and taking that with all of you all here, so excited, hollering and screaming back, so ready for that, I know we all have our dispositions and our respect on how we're going to do this and how we're going to perceive it.
Right.
But you remember, you know, you riding with us, you rolling with us, and everything has been going cool and great. And you've went from session 1, 2, and 3, and now we've worked up some trust, a little bit trust here, and you're ready to take another risk and expand into something new. And respect is really a big, broad subject to talk about. What do you think?
Yes. Well, some of you all, you already knew you could go to chapter 4 in advance and look at it. But I know you didn't even consider looking up the word, so I looked them up for you. And I want to talk about the word honor and boundaries just for a second, just to give a definition, because a lot of people, when you don't know the terminology, you don't know if you're doing it or not. Okay?
True.
So honor means integrity, honesty, uprightness, ethics, moral, principles, high principles, righteousness, high-mindedness, virtue, goodness. And so boundary says this, personal boundaries. This is a psychology dictionary in case you're looking for it. Psychology dictionary, which says boundaries, guidelines, rules, or limits that a person create to identify for himself or for herself what are reasonable, safe, permissible ways for other people to behave around them.
I like that.
So this is, behavior around me.
Other people around you, behavior
around me, you got to behave.
You got your zone.
You got to behave.
Yeah, cool,
okay.
cool.
Yes.
So in that, I hope you all, in your book, you're on page 30, and you're taking your notes and you're looking at it, and I want you to put in your notes what he just did, what he just read to you. You know, behaviors. And this is what we're still working on the whole time, taking our Project SOS workshop skills and using the communication tools and ethics and things like that. It's all about modifying, altering your behavior. And that's good. Sometimes we don't like to be challenged to be changed.
Yes.
But when we're talking about this subject today, respecting yourself and others, you want to talk about identifying those
what I
things?
want to talk about is this right here. Knowing and establishing my own boundaries by speaking up. You know what I found since we've been together, it's been a good while.
It's going back to our skills, right?
This is our skills.
Okay.
And so to understand how to respect others, you got to know the skill of speaking up.
True.
If you don't speak up for what you want and tell people how you feel about you, then you will never know. They'll never know your area of boundary.
Your area of boundary.
Yes.
And it needs to be an honor and a respect and boundaries. And for those of you that are still trying to figure out and define what your boundaries are, you know, we dealt with that when we were building your culture statement. Remember, guys, on the culture statement, your family culture, what you're doing, you're changing and modifying things. This will group in with your culture statement, your boundaries and the respect. Respecting yourself, respecting others. It's talking about when you're speaking up for what you want, talking about the I, me, what you want, and the person that's listening would be you, right? So when it comes to the cooperation or handling the conflict of the differences we have, which is also talking about, the two worlds colliding. So it's talking about the us. So this me, you, us equals relationship.
Yes, and so in it, the three skills that we want to talk about that help us deal with the boundaries is speaking up, listening, and cooperation. Cool. Because see, once I speak up, you got to cooperate with me that this is my boundary right here.
And in your boundary being there, Deandra has to listen and then reflect back what you said.
Yes, please.
And tell you about it and deal with it, being in this relationship and having my boundaries.
Yes.
And so we're going to teach you tonight how to deal with this, right?
Yes, your boundary, my boundary.
And
right?
then the us boundary.
Then the us boundary.
Oh, cool.
But the key is, if I don't listen to you, I won't know what your boundaries are. A listening skill is the undivided attention.
Okay.
Of nodding of head or repeating back to you that I do hear you.
And I like that on your body language.
Oh,
yes.
thank you.
Oh, yes.
I appreciate my body language.
Yes.
Too. And so in that, the key is, though, understanding and accepting the boundaries of others through listening. That's the key. Because remember, listening is a gift of time.
Yes. It's something very valuable.
And I love you giving me your time. I sure love your gift.
Okay,
yes,
so
indeed.
In your book and on your page 30, we're going to look at and talk about and deal with and hear what you have to say about identify respectful and disrespectful behaviors.
Yes.
So what does it look like when I disrespect myself?
Wow.
How does that make you feel?
Do you even realize you're doing that to yourself? Is a great question.
I want you to turn on the other side of your book on page 31 and write down that on page 32. What does it look like when I disrespect myself?
Yes.
Give me 3 statements here about disrespecting yourself. What does it look like? Oh my God, thank you for that. Yeah. How does that make you feel?
Can I do a disrespect?
True. Go with it.
I just don't care how I sound in front of everybody. I'm just acting the way I act because this is the way my family do it. And we just curse everybody out. We just angry and it's a man thing. Everybody don't understand how a man operates. But that's not a true statement. That is a learned behavior.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what we're getting to.
And so when I disrespect myself, I get into the red zone. What's on the red zone?
What's a lot of things on the red zone?
Like what? Name me one.
That you disrespect. Let's see. How will we take that? Out of control.
Out of control. I felt worthless.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
At a point.
I embarrassed myself. I embarrassed.
How about you guys? How did it make you feel? We'll explain to you about the red zone and the green zone. We just use those as a type
as a guideline.
As a guideline, just to show you our model and our role playing, how we're going to break it down for behavior.
On the red zone, we see that the red zone causes pain, worthlessness, powerless, out of control, unsafe, and invisible, angry, sad, anxious, and afraid, scared. And
so when you're disrespecting yourself, you can see some of your habits and attributes in the red zone. And even when you disrespect
but I'm out of control.
Others, you're out of control.
This is where I am. I'm just out of control.
All right. We got to put a handle on that.
You do?
Yes. Totally.
How you going to get me there?
Okay, so what does it look like when I respect myself?
Wow.
Anybody want to write that down on your page?
Yes.
What does it, just give me just off the top of your head, your creativity, what does it look like when you respect yourself?
Come on, we need everybody to speak up. What does it look like?
Give me 3 answers here. comebacks. Come on, talk to me about it. Okay, that's good. I like that.
Yes.
So what does it look like when I respect others?
Wow.
We're talking about other relationships. Remember, all through our sessions, we've been talking about in our classes, these communication skills are awesome and valuable, not only for just you and your partner, but for you and any relationship on your job, in your inner circle, your immediate family, your extended family, your children that you've raising, and then you being a sibling yourself to your siblings, and you being a child to your parent. These skills are very great to use and to always have. So don't just stay in a box.
Yeah.
How about that?
What did you say? On the job? Yes, they work on the job.
Totally
These skills work on the job. They work in your relationship with your neighbors. just living next door to somebody. Those are boundaries that you need to look at also, that you got to respect your neighbor. If he cut his grass high, you can't go over there and cut it low because you like yours low. You got to respect his boundaries,
So
okay?
even with saying that,
good.
Rick, you brought up a good point. Even with saying that on the work ethic, your jobs, the research and the statistics says this, that when you have communication skills and been trained in communication,
yes,
that your career success is like 85 percentile in being very successful on your job, even upgrading in your job, and even going further in the marketplace of whatever occupation you have when you have great communication skills. So back to, what does it look like when I respect myself? What does it look like when I respect others? We call this a little area for you to zone yourself in your book, page 30. Look at the green zone. Here is our green zone here for you. And in our green zone, I'm going to read these words, and I want you to write down the words that relate to you more. Pleasure. I feel pleasure. I'm valued. I feel valuable. I'm powerful, in control, safe. Seen, smooth. Things feel smooth. Things are going smooth. Our relationship is smooth. My job is smooth.
I love the last one. I love it.
Insecure. Oh, I love you. We didn't put that on there. Laughter, joyful.
Joy and laughter.
So those are great areas.
Because see, one of the key things that even in the classroom, as we're teaching you, you need to know that you're secure at learning.
Oh, great.
Huh?
Because it causes the mind and the brain to be more pliable to not only accept and receive information, but it causes you to engage more and your intellect to be broad. That light comes on, you know? So you get more for your money?
Yes.
Okay.
And so in that, when we begin to realize that we're working on our skills, then we have to learn, how do we manage this? You know,
that's a good word.
Everybody has the ability to get angry. We know that.
True.
Everybody has the ability to be happy.
So true.
And it's the power of choice. But when you're learning skills, you want to practice on giving your skills an opportunity to grow. So don't just, look at the video or read the book over there, you all over there. Don't just read the book and put it down. Apply the principles of the skills so that you have the activity already in your heart, in your mind. So when you come up against opposition, when you come against this, managing your red zone and your green zone, your behavior, then you'll be better equipped to cooperate and unite and get back to being a real couple.
So speak up.
Yes.
Listen. To where you can come into managing your behavior so you can have effective cooperation.
Yes.
So that will cause you to be able to handle conflict.
Yes.
That will cause you to be